Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to It's Something to Do with Pete and Will. We promise it's something to do. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to It's Something to Do with Pete and Will.
We're in the middle of a very hot discussion here.
It's
because
intense.
Peter won't fucking leave me alone about the goddamn, like, he's had this video of, I'm sure if you are on Clapper, which apparently all of our listeners are, which is fine. I don't give a shit. He's had this video that he's had for like a decade of him with a puppet and his daughter, and he must have sent it to me 10 times over the course of the years that we've known each other.
Yeah.
He posts this on Clapper, and then I get voicemails and text messages about how many people are watching this video on Clapper. And what's the total we're at now?
I think 2,000.
And I'll tell you what, that's nothing, Peter.
No, I know, but
it's nothing.
But it keeps increasing.
That's nothing. When it gets to the millions, then you've got something. But 2,000 is not.
This stupid thing is getting more views than we've gotten, I think, in entirety.
I will say this about Clapper. And I don't know what it is, and I refuse to learn.
They need to sponsor us.
I'm not taking their money.
Yes, you are.
And I'll never read a Clapper intro. The bar must be very low.
Why would you say that? You're such a dick.
Because I am.
But what? There's no reason to
shit on them.
This wonderful company.
Because I don't know anything about them. Are they a wonderful company?
I don't know.
Or are they just a Chinese company collecting everybody's data to spy on them? I have no idea. I don't know anything about this company. That's what I'm saying. That's why I won't take their money. So I will say the bar must be very low. But the bigger picture here is that I think you have got a very skewed view of what digital metrics mean. I posted a video of a clip of our show on my Instagram.
And it got what, 8,000 hits?
Like 6,000 views.
Or 6,000 views, yeah.
6,000 views.
Yeah, but I wish you'd do that every week, by the way.
Well, the show's not good enough for me to do that, bottom line.
What are you talking about? We're killing it. We are very, very successful here.
Again, this must be the low bar of expectations here. And so that's not a lot. It's a lot. It's more than number of people that are watching the show, but each social media platform has got their own metrics and their own thing, their own different ways to engage with a clip.
Well, the algorithm is different for everybody, and I get that. Yes.
No, it's not different for everyone. Well, each company, the algorithm is different, but it's not different for every person. You have to take advantage of the common algorithm in order to boost your product up.
This apparently,
and I'll tell you, I don't think that's not a lot. That's still not a lot. Again, when you get to what are the daily active users of Clipper? How many a Clipper? Is that what it's called?
Well,
Clapper
or Clapper. Don't fuck it up.
Clipper.
But I think they're under a million.
Okay.
So being under a million, and you have thousands of people watch your stupid shit. I don't know.
Honestly, I had never heard of this app.
I work on this all week.
I don't know why you signed up for that and not like Clubhouse or Instagram or any of the big ones.
Well, I went into Clubhouse, and I'm on Instagram, but those seem insurmountable. This is ground floor
of a 2-story building.
That's exactly right. I'm in the basement.
You're here, and the ceiling is here. Somewhere you're here again. Not to disparage them.
Don't disparage them.
I'm sure it's wonderful. I'm sure it's.
Well, the interesting thing is you can well now we've talked about it too much. Fuck it.
But you had a thing that you were going to do that was going to be hilarious.
Like and describe.
Like
Please.
and describe?
Or, excuse me, and comment.
Because that's what you're doing on Clapper, is describing what you're doing to each other. Like right now, what was it last week? Right now, I've got an app that's controlling your dildo. I know. I have the dildo. I can tell what it's doing. But for anybody else, here's what it's doing.
You're like, stop doing that.
It's bringing me pleasure. I like it.
You're making me nuts with this stupid thing. Leave it alone.
What, with the dildo?
Yeah.
Is this doing it for you? Actually, it's on the counter while I'm making coffee. It's just, it actually knocked over a jar of Werther's Originals I had.
Werther's Originals. Oh, fuck. We're never going to get monetized. What do I have?
Honestly, I feel like I got like 4 more of these in me before I'm like, fuck this whole thing. I'm done with it.
It's too much fun. What are you doing?
I'm gonna go be a fucking Uber driver. Fuck this.
Well, do it while you're doing it. Just put one of those, like you know, the suction cups, and have a GoPro live, and we just
as I drive around.
Yeah,
hey, how's it going?
Well, they've done shows like that, of course, but not where we don't include the passenger. You gotta
talk to me when you can secure a Starbucks sponsorship.
There, finally, look, you're getting on board. Well, sponsorship is not easy.
No, I know. You need like a real metric. You need like a real, and they've told us what it is.
No, I know.
What is it? 1,000, like over 1,000 listeners for every episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're not even close to fucking that.
We're going to get there.
Close. In like 10 years. I'm not doing this for 10 years. I swear to God, I'm not doing this.
Why not?
Because I don't want to, Peter. But at a certain point, I want a real job that pays me real money. I don't want to sit in my garage shooting the shit. I want a real fucking job.
Yeah, but we do this anyway.
With a 401k.
We would do this anyway. So
no, I absolutely would not. I would absolutely not.
No.
I would not take, if I had a, I will just tell you right now, if I had a 40-hour a week job, I wouldn't be doing this. This wouldn't be
I don't mean it like that. I mean, we'd be talking.
No, not for an hour every Thursday. It'd be like, yeah, once a month I call Pete to check in for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to do once a month for 30 minutes? Oh, yeah. Okay. I'll keep doing this. Sure. No problem.
What a dick. Oh, fuck. All right. Let's change subjects. No sequitur Tuesday.
It's non sequitur Tuesday and it's Thursday now.
Oh, you're coming in very hard.
Pete,
is it the kids?
Oh, it's everything. Oh my God. Yes. No, they're great, but it's great. I had family in town last week. My mom, my sister, my nephew, and it was a lot of fun. But it's a lot to wrangle everybody to try to do things, and and then
Did you guys go to the zoo? What did you guys do?
We went to the zoo.
For everybody.
We went to the zoo on Friday. And then we went to my daughter's birthday was Monday. So we had a little hot dog. She wanted a hot dog and mermaid party. So we did that on Sunday night.
That's easy.
And then it was very easy. And then Monday we went to the beach. But within that, there's like, yes, my daughter hasn't been around a whole lot of kids. So she is like not well equipped to have her cousin running around the house. And her cousin is the same age. He's 3. He's 1 month older than her. And so she's getting freaked out, and that makes me freak out. And that makes that freaks my wife out, which freaks me out, which freaks the baby out. So it's just this never ending cycle. And then you've got not vastly different, but still different parenting styles where, my sister is like, we give him an iPad when we eat, and we don't do that. So or she's like constantly trying to entertain him while he eats so that he'll eat. Whereas my daughter is like, what the fuck are they doing? And then she just paying attention to them, but not eating. So it's like, well, no, we don't do that at dinner. We just talk and eat. And so we're not putting on a song and dance so that I'm not singing 38 kids songs so that she'll take a bite of fucking broccoli. Like she just eats the broccoli.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's like little things like that. And then that coincided with, I knew that my sister was coming out. So I, you know, again, this is very boring, but planned a down week of my workouts. I wasn't working out. And while I wasn't working out, I realized that when I'm not working out, all of the things that I sort of like let go of, it's sort of I don't meditate anymore because I just don't I don't have the time because I'm doing this. And so the workout is kind of my meditation. And if I don't work out consistently, my anger
you come into a show like this
goes from a 2 to like
a 9
to an 8. And so to get me to a 9, it does not take that much.
Right.
And so I was kind of, and then I'm not even sleeping. I'm not sleeping because I'm like,
I've already noticed
I can't
that.
shut my brain off.
We've been in this for what, 10 minutes? Jesus Christ.
I did work out today. I'll be fine by
the end.
But all that said, we had fun. We had a good time. It was really great to see. Family, and who knows? And now who the fuck knows? We went to my pediatrician yesterday, my daughter and my son's pediatrician. And he was like, yeah, we're, you know, in terms of like Corona, because Ava is going to start school in a couple weeks.
Well, it's starting to spike again, which is
he's like
nightmare.
We're going to be at this for another year. It's like it's going to be a bad winter.
I think it was 2,500 people yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Just here, just in this city.
Exactly. And like 1,500 the day before.
Right.
So it's like the curve is like, it's crazy.
Bridget was like, oh, do you want to take him to, there's a little mini putt thing. Mm-hmm. And she's like, you want to take him over there? I was like, are you shitting me? There's an arcade in there, and they're gonna walk by and lick all the buttons on the arcade as we get to the infected. No.
Have you tried explaining to him that licking it's not how it works?
We're not.
You do it with your fingers.
No, that's not a scenario.
I know.
But we're going to Disney here in a couple weeks, and even that's, you know, everything's booked, but going to
that
Disney.
Might be the last family outing like that for a while,
or forever. Because
this is not going to go away. This is not going to go away.
It isn't. I told you I had 4 people that I know that got it.
Yeah,
with the vaccine.
We talked about Kat last week. Kat still is like 10 days in. 10 days. I mean, she's not dying. She's not in the hospital, but I don't, you know, and if somebody was like, so even at the basest level of this, when people were like a year ago, when people were like, it's just like the flu. Fuck, motherfucker, if I got the flu for 10 fucking days, I wouldn't be going outside of my house.
No.
And not aside, it's not because you could, you know, it's taken down people who are much healthier. But yeah, it's getting the cold is annoying. Getting a flu for 3 days is fucking annoying. Getting this for 10 days is like,
well, there's people that are talking about they haven't gotten their sense of smell or taste back in like 3 months.
Oh yeah. Oh no, that's from what I've read. That's one of the, it takes, and like my brother-in-law got it, and he was, you know, he had it for like 14 days, but then was still coughing for weeks after. And then lost his sense of taste and smell for who knows how many weeks. It like was just starting to come back, like a couple, like the time is irrelevant. It did, but it did take a long time for it, which is I don't have a sense of smell. At least if I do, it's not very strong.
And that's why I care about you.
But this is something that I have had for as long as I can remember. And so I don't have the loss of it, but from what I'm reading from people, it's like, it's sapping their, you know, you like to drink wine. Guess what tastes like fucking, what's disgusting when it has no sense of smell? Wine. It doesn't taste good. It doesn't taste good if you can't smell it. It just tastes like fucking strong grape juice. It's it's not great. So like, an expensive bottle of wine, like, you might as well, there's very little difference. Well, I will say there is a difference, but it's very little difference between that and, $2 Chuck, although it's an instant hangover. And is that still a thing? Do people still have that?
Very much so. My dad drinks
Chuck?
that. My dad is a very successful man, and he drinks $2 Chuck.
I have never had a worse wine hangover than fucking $2 Chuck Merlot.
It tastes $2.
It tastes.
Who even
like
knows what's in that?
When you could,
I don't even know that it's wine.
When you drink it, it tastes like a hangover.
You're well, it's like when you were
like a bottle. What a hangover feels like. It's this.
Yeah. Well, oh man, Boone's Farm. Did you ever drink Boone's Farm?
No. Because like 2020 wine is like nothing. Not that it doesn't taste like anything, but it's
but it looked like it looked like Windex. And they had like it wasn't a bottle of wine. It was blue, and it said Hawaiian or whatever it was. And you drink it, you get halfway through this bottle of this garbage, and you're first of all you're hammered. I don't know why, and then the next day you just want to throw your head right into a wall. It's awful,
miserable
stuff. It's just the
absolutely
Boone's Farm
miserable. Wine. So that's your people don't realize how greatly your sense of taste and smell impacts how food tastes. And if you derive any sort of pleasure from food, if you're not one of those people who is kind of a freak who's just like, I like grilled chicken and steamed broccoli, then and maybe that's why I can eat that stuff repeatedly and not think anything of it. But unless you're one of those people, you're like, your fine food products are just like, oh God, all right, this doesn't do anything for me anymore. That's depressing for people.
Yeah, for sure. If that's the only thing that you can, if that's exactly.
And then from there, it's just a hop, skip, and a jump to heroin.
Yeah. Well, speaking of which, every time I go down to blow my nose, I'm realizing it looks like I'm doing a line of blow.
I was gonna say it looks like you're trying to fillet yourself. You're like, no, not yet.
Like every time I'm watching these episodes back, and every time I go down, it's like I'm blowing my nose. Everybody.
Or your penis.
No,
I'm not sure.
And I won't even. I'm not going there.
But not for lack of trying.
I've got back problems.
I couldn't do it. I can't do it.
I slipped a disc, and damn it,
I've never been able to do it since. That's how I slipped the disc, obviously. So that's what's been going on with me. What's been going on with you? How was your week?
It was good, pretty uneventful. Let's see, just doing stuff with the girls and
when do they start school? Is it soon?
Not for a while. I mean, I think the end of August, September. I'm the dad, so I don't have any information about that.
You don't know when your kid starts school?
I'm the dad. We had this conversation before. Nate Bargatze had a joke about exactly this. If the school calls you, you're like, why are you calling me? You have my wife's phone number, right? So why are you calling me?
Mm-hmm.
Are you with us here?
Mm-hmm.
Because his joke that I'm
I get it. He's
like, why are you calling
not
the
an
dad?
attentive dad. He's not an attentive dad.
You don't call the dad. I don't know where they go to school. Oh, I wrote down.
I know where my kid's going to school, by the way.
What's that?
Did you like drop off, pick up? You don't have to do any of that shit?
Yeah, of course I do.
Yeah. All right.
It's a joke. It's it's a joke.
It's a joke.
The thing that I heard that was funny, talking about my buddy Hank, he has, so my cousin, he played for the Padres and was an all-star and all that stuff, and Hank, he played in the same league as he was coming up, but just didn't make it. Well, he got signed, but he never ended up actually playing in professional baseball. So we're at the beach where you've been with me, and we had them as guests, and he and Hank started to talk about them coming up, and they kind of went to the same camps and things like that. And I said, Hank, you got to show me your tramp stamp. He's like, come on, why did you even say that? I was like, gotta see it. And he had the world, a picture of the earth with like a baseball, with like the stitching of a baseball on it. I was like,
on his lower back.
Yep, you gotta show it to Mark. So he does. He's so embarrassed. I was like, sorry, man, you got it. We're gonna see it.
That's true. It's hard to hide.
And then we just trashed. He's like, come on. And I said, blue and green are the two hardest colors to get out as well, if you're going to try to get the thing removed.
The removal.
Yeah.
Oof.
He's like, I know.
Has he tried to get it removed?
No, he's just got this baseball world tramp stamp. It's the most ridiculous thing. I said, why would you pick that place to put it? It's like, I didn't think anybody'd see it. Well, what do you mean? You're going to be in a bathing suit.
Yeah,
the thing's sticking out like a mushroom. Like, what?
You never take your shirt off ever? Yeah. I feel that way about a lot of people's tattoos, unless they're, like family sentimental. If you got a sentimental tattoo,
why don't you put it on your shoulder?
You'll probably never be like, oh yeah, I regret getting this.
You put warmth because it means something to you on your shoulder.
Don't put warmth.
Well, whatever it is, or the person's name, or
symbol for warmth.
or mom, or
whatever,
whatever.
Yeah. With the hit the heart around it.
Yeah. But Joe Rogan, you get a Joe Rogan tattoo.
Could you imagine?
What, how many Joe Rogan tattoos there are? Like, if you look up Joe Rogan tattoos, there are tons.
Why are you looking that up?
It just pops up. It's in the Instagrams. And that's how they say it, Instagrams.
And the Instagrams. I've never had a Joe Rogan tattoo come across my feed ever. I'm questioning what you're looking at.
Joe Rogan.
Instagram.
So if you're following Joe Rogan, he brings up that shit.
Oh, he's posting photos of people with this tattoo. Oh, I gotcha. Yeah. Yes, most people, I feel like you get a bunch of tattoos in your late teens and 20s, and then by the time you're 40, you're like, what the fuck was I thinking?
I mean, we're a smash hit, but I think we're very far away from people tattooing us on their bodies.
Yeah, no, God, no. Could you imagine? I would just, if I ever met anybody who got any piece, anything, aside from like a family member, I guess, anything even remotely resembling me or my name or anything tattooed on their body, I would just shame them. I would shame them so hard. I would why would you? Like, what a dumb thing to do. What a dumb thing to do.
But they love you.
I don't know. You've not been doing this with me that long. I'm very antagonistic towards the audience, people that I like me. You should have watched some live from me before you asked me to do this.
You mean, really? I've known you for 20 years.
I don't know if you thought it was going to be different, but when people watch me, I'm like, why are you wasting your time? Go get a fucking life.
And Will's back on board. Thank God. we're killing it with him not being on board. Hey, did you see that? So Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Zuckerberg, Bloomberg all got together. Did you see
In
that?
space? No, I didn't see that.
No, they went and had like some meeting that was like a closed door meeting. They wouldn't talk to any of the press that found out about it, so they're just kind of walking by, and it's all just billionaires walking into this room. And so there's so much conspiracy over what they were talking about, because it turned out it's over $1 trillion of worth in one room.
Yeah,
at one time.
That's a fucking lot. That's a lot.
Probably
their penis size.
Dude.
Obviously.
Oh, you're finishing my sandwiches.
That's why they would do it. That's why they're trying to go to space. That's why Jeff Bezos built a rocket that looked like a penis. That's why they're all doing any of these things.
It does. It looks exactly like a penis.
Somebody at some point in their life, some girl, when they disrobed, looked at their penis and went, ha! And then and then that forced them to try to become billionaires, try to take over the world. Obviously.
Now they're eating chicken nuggets with other billionaires.
Yeah. But the chicken nuggets aren't chicken. They're made of people because they can. They're made of poor people. They're made of Amazon employees that drop dead on the job.
Oh, his name is Omar Fuji.
Bezos turns them into breaded nuggets and brings them to his billionaire friends. What's your take on them going to space?
I don't know. To be honest with you, I mean, you have to be really confident in your technology to get in that thing. Because on the outside of it, they don't look pristine.
No.
Bezos is most, like, it looked like it had, it had been in a fire.
Yes. I don't really know that much about his rocket. If there was is his a reusable one?
No, I think Branson's is. Because Branson's there's those two planes that take it up, and then that takes them up into the atmosphere.
And then it basically becomes like a glider. Yeah.
And then but I didn't see the landing of Bezos's, so I don't know if I don't know if it's a parachute situation or what, I didn't see it. So, but getting inside one of those things, yeah, I don't know. And Branson's saying that, hey, sign up and you can have 2 people go for free. Like
$250,000 a seat, I think, on Branson's. I don't know what it is for Bezos. It might be more, but I know people online.
Yeah, but you're launching in Bezos's. I mean, that's an actual launch.
Yeah.
Whereas Branson's is it's kind of a.
Yeah, you're flying up, but then the booster kicks in, and then you go up into the suborbital atmosphere.
But for Branson's, he got up to, because I actually watched it. He got up to like 19,000 miles an hour.
Jesus, that's fast. But people are upset. People online, I feel like it's very in vogue to be like mad that the billionaires are going to space, which on some level I get, but
they're risking it. I mean, it's a risk. They're trying to figure out a way to do something, It's not like it's not a risky thing to do.
No. Sure.
I don't look at it like buying this massive yacht or something like that.
No, that's true.
They're putting their lives in danger.
That's true. But so I guess the argument would be, if you paid, because when Bezos was like, you all paid for this, and you're like, oh yeah, you're right. We did pay for this. And as well as like federal subsidies for stuff like this. Exactly. We all kind of did pay for this for you to go to space. Yeah. And I think people are upset or seemingly upset because, it seems like he doesn't pay any fucking income tax. It seems like the company doesn't pay any tax. And then the employees don't make any money, or the lowest level employees don't make any money. I'm sure that there's programmers and shit who probably make, 125, 140, 160, something like that. But yeah, I sort of found the outrage interesting because people were like, well, billionaire, he's going to space and leaving poor people on Earth and whatever. And it's like, okay, well then don't use Amazon. Don't use Amazon.
Well, it's
don't
not
use
that.
it.
I
If
don't,
you're so upset, then don't use it.
You're honestly seeing that?
Oh yeah. Oh, you're not seeing that? Oh yeah.
Like, what does anybody give a shit that he's going to space?
I mean, that's it, because they're ducking taxes and, you've got the money to go to space because you've sort of depleted the rest of the system. And then,
and then you see the story of the woman getting duct taped to her chair on a Delta flight.
I didn't see that. What was that about?
I don't know.
Every time I say I didn't see that. Every time I say I didn't see that, my earphones, I'm gonna have to change earphones for the next one, thinks that I'm talking to SIRI. And so I lose you because something takes over my computer.
Oh.
So why was the woman
well, no, but I'm just saying that they're spending all this money to get into space, and yet down here they're duct taping women to seats. But I want to know why she was duct taped before I say whether or not that's an okay thing or not. Well, there's two ways to look at it. Obviously, you can your initial response is don't duct tape a woman to a seat. However,
unless you're taking a swing at flight attendants,
yes,
then you're going to get duct taped to a seat.
Unless you're saying that you're going to open the door at 30,000 feet,
you're going to get fucking duct taped to a seat. Exactly. That's what I said. I want to know what it is before I make a judgment call on whether this is right or not.
So I'm actually, I think she should have been duct taped. Mm-hmm. So they duct taped her. I don't know where they find duct tape on a plane. I mean, what are you duct taping? That doesn't sound good. Hey, the engine's going off.
Why do you have duct tape? What do you think's holding the door shut, Pete?
Duct tape. Quick.
They're like, "Are we ready to go? Let's everybody sit down. We've got to just stick it on the door to make sure."
Exactly. It's funny.
Use two strips this time, because I don't know. Last time we had a problem, so two strip it this time.
We'll get back to the story that I'm talking about, but the quick left turn is I was on a plane, and it was AirTran, and AirTran I would fly from Florida to Virginia, and they dumped one of them in the Everglades, and all the people that were on board were eaten by alligators. They died on impact, but but so I was on one just before that happened, and the window next to me is just flapping.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
They called the woman over. I said, I'm not a huge fan of flying as it is, but this window, it's flapping. She's like, yeah, that's been going on. What? Like she's like, yeah, I don't know what it flaps. I'm like, is that happening on the whole plane? I should actually go back and look and see if that's the one that ended up in the Everglades.
Jesus.
Yeah.
She's like, by the way, let me know if you're going to get up, because right now you're about the right size to fill that hole if the window pops up. So if you go to the bathroom, we're going to need another big guy to sit in that seat for you, because you're going to honestly be saving everybody's life on this plane. Thank you for your service in advance. But I'm sorry about what will happen to your entrails getting ripped out of your body.
Yeah. And like the dog door, just put your feet out first so you can still breathe inside.
You're going to look like a fucking cartoon character.
Yeah.
Squeezing through a fucking tiny hole.
Oh,
you're you'll land. Your legs might not make it.
Can you imagine? Like it's amazing that even just came up, because I forgot about that. But so they duct taped her because she was, she was doing all the stuff, and then they duct taped her mouth. Like she's just duct taped to the seat. Yeah, like wrapped.
Mm-hmm. I mean, really, I feel like most people probably should get duct taped to a seat before they even take off. Mouths duct tape shut. Honestly, I feel like we'd be. Yeah. Have you seen the number of fist fights that are happening on planes now?
That's
I
what
really
I'm
think
saying. Yeah.
until we have proved that we can act like responsible fucking adults and not slap each other's seat when somebody puts their seat back. And yes, I know it's annoying, but that's what they're fucking designed to do. Put
They
yours
only go back like this.
Yeah, you're going back 3 inches. It's like really encroaching on your space, or you got like the guys who feel like they need to man spread and take up 2 fucking like you're honestly
You got a foot in the aisle.
a foot in
Get
the
your
aisle,
foot out of the aisle.
a foot in the other person's seat. Like people are, taking all the armrests up because they're so fucking big. You should get duct tape to a chair.
This is how this is going to go for you.
Women who,
but I'm going to Australia.
Who stand up and say, I'm going to open the fucking door.
Duct tape.
Everybody should get duct tape.
You're zip tied to your
armrest. It's going to be miserable. It's going to be miserable, but at least everybody will be safe and no one will get punched in the fucking eye.
Yeah. That they should make sure that all the stewardesses and stewards get tasers.
I actually read somewhere that they're actually going to start doing combat training again. They had stopped doing it for a while, but now they're going to start up again because it's like, well, what the fuck? Everybody's throwing haymakers on a goddamn flight to Orlando. So
I'd love the stats on where that is. So is it like from Cincinnati to Houston kind of thing, or
I don't know. I threw out Orlando,
I don't think,
Orlando because I just imagine.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You're going to Orlando. You're the kind of person who's going to try to engage in fisticuffs on a fucking plane.
Yeah. New York and LA, I think everybody's kind of chill. They get it.
Yeah. You're going for like whatever work or, family obligation or whatever.
But that's everybody.
Yeah.
No
one's like, I'm so excited to go see Dear Evan Hansen. I might just punch somebody on the plane.
Oh, that's crazy. I was talking to some guy, and this is again a non-transition, but he works at a paintball center, and so he, provides the paintball guns and the paintballs and all that shit. And he said the gang members show up and they bring marbles. And they load their paintball guns with marbles
and shoot like regular people.
Yeah, because there's like 110 people in whatever space that he has that'll be out there with each other, And these guys come in and they start shooting each other with marbles, or shooting them with marbles. A paintball hurts like a son of a gun. A marble, that's a whole different story. You get hit in the head with a marble, they're going like,
God,
however, what is it?
420 feet per second,
280 feet per second. Exactly.
280.
Yeah.
That's pretty fast. Still pretty fast.
Yeah. And then you get hit in the noggin with a marble.
Yeah. That's going to fucking leave a welt. If not, I don't know. Does it crack anything? I have no clue.
I don't know.
If you got poor bone density, probably. But yeah, when I was a kid, we played paintball.
That. Yeah.
I got shot right here. You wear a mask, and I got shot right in the fucking jaw. Oh God, it hurts. Oh God, it fucking hurt.
You're shooting somebody. It's like
with
getting shot with marble. A baby.
That's not cool. That's not cool, man.
No way.
I do not support that. I don't support people shooting each other with marble. But if you were like, it was like, look, if it's your gang field trip and you're renting out the whole thing and it's just you guys, fine, shoot each other with fucking marbles. I don't care. But if you're playing with Nick and his son Timmy, who just wanted to have a nice father-son day out of the paintball field, and you're blasting them with marbles, that's not cool.
No. Getting hit with a marble.
But if it's a gang, if it's the gang pride day and you're going for a team building exercise and you're renting out the whole paintball field for you and your gang, and you want to shoot each other with marbles, have at it. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Well, speaking of gangs, there's no transition there.
I like that you try, though. I like that you try.
I was talking to a guy that he's a tow truck driver, and he went over to his girlfriend's place, and apparently she was
Having sex with somebody else.
stepping out, and he looked up his tags, and he saw that he hadn't been paying his thing, so he just towed his truck. and then he said, like 2 days ago, his ex-father-in-law, he had to go tow his truck.
Oh no.
Oh, he was on board. But he said what's interesting about it is
that's so awkward though. Like, Jerry, look, I know this looks personal, but it's not personal.
Yeah, exactly.
This is my job. This is what I do.
And I brought Larry.
Your daughter was fucking Darren. I had no problem taking Darren's car. That was personal. This, you should have paid your registration. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, what's interesting is the amount of money they make. They make a lot of money. So if he goes, so if he goes so if he tows like a $90,000 car, he gets $1,000. Because what they'll do is they just turn it over. And so he said he went to a house with a Lamborghini, a Ferrari, and all these things that haven't been paid for, and had to tow all of them.
So
and got $25,000 in one day.
Is he a repo man?
Well, he's everything. Like, so he's the guy that gets your car on the street. He's also the guy that gets your car at your house. So, like, if you're in trouble and you need a tow truck,
yeah.
But he repos.
Wow.
And he got $25,000 for that.
Not too bad.
In one day.
That's pretty good.
I don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
I don't know. We should buy a fucking tow truck.
That's what I'm talking about.
What's your new? Yeah, we're bailing on this podcast thing.
We just put on the side of it something to do.
Yeah,
with people.
Something to do. Towing your car. That's what we do. That's what we do.
We have to do it together, though.
Oh yeah.
Just in case, because he said people get jazzy.
Oh, I would 100% expect that people.
He said one guy was like running out of the house naked, and then the woman that was with him came running out of the house naked.
Oh my god!
They try to do it as discreetly as possible.
Sure. Yeah.
All right, let me do my line.
But when you hear the flashing, like the beep 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 of the truck pulling up and the flashing red lights, you're like, what the fuck is happening outside? And then you see your car up on a lift. You're like,
Randy, what are you doing, Randy?
It's always
come on, Randy. Man.
We went to middle school together.
Pay your bills, Dave.
Yeah, I would be. I would imagine he probably has a crowbar specifically, not for actually prying things open. Well, unless it's a skull.
Well, I don't know where he is in the country.
You're pulling it out, and you're like, all right, we gonna do this.
He might be in a. I don't know where he is, but he might. They might have more than a crowbar.
Although, and I've always sort of said this, I don't know, if somebody comes at you naked, most times I'm going to be like, think twice about this. This guy's naked. He doesn't have a lot to lose.
Yeah, well, it's easier.
It's a dangerous situation.
It's easier to hurt him though, because it's all
your one pair of jeans is going to provide that much protection.
Oh, it's easier to hurt him.
I got jeans and the underwear. No, that's what I'm saying. It's not that much easier. They're both pretty on the same level. Your underwear, your fucking Calvin Kleins and your fucking Wranglers are not going to.
If he's running at you, he's already uncomfortable. you need that thing to be
not too fast, not too fast. You just need one little piece of gravel for him to step on and boom, fight over. He's like, oh, geez. He goes down. That's when you kick him square in the head.
I got it. Oh, crap.
Oh, shit. I just got stung by a bee.
Oh, God.
Yeah, no. Well, man, fucking good luck to your friend.
Yeah.
Or acquaintance that you met on this app.
Sure
this is one of those stories.
Yeah, he's an acquaintance. Let's see. I had to dispatch another animal.
What was it?
A rat.
A rat. Ugh. Wow, fuck that little fucker.
It was. This was.
Oh, was it at your house?
Yeah.
Oh,
And it was. Yeah. I hate it.
yeah.
But that's like each week.
Yeah.
We went from me bleeding to having to smash animals.
To kill an animal every week.
It's killing.
Fucking
I hate
PETA is going to be all over your ass.
Not for rats. They won't. What am I going to?
I don't know what they're.
Take out the forest and release a rat.
Throw it into somebody else's yard. You're like, good luck.
That's how you get. There's so many viruses attached to those things.
I don't know. I don't know what PETA's stance on rats would be. As long as you're not testing on them. If you catch it and you're like, I'm going to put makeup on it, they're like, whoa, no. But if you're like, I'm going to slam it against a rock, they're like, no, it's fine. We don't have a problem with that. Make it quick. Just make it quick.
Oh shit. That's fine.
Like, I got to put some false eyelashes on it.
It's
no, you don't, you sick fuck.
It's in the trap, and I just have lipstick.
Yeah, you're like, just a little thing.
Eyeliner.
I just want to see how it reacts to this blush.
Look, it's beautiful.
And then PETA's really upset about that. But if you punt it onto the highway, fucked up that would they don't really give a shit.
If you took a photo of a rat you caught in a trap that had gotten caught by its body, and then you painted it, you put it on Instagram, you'd be like, hey, beautiful. Like
makeup selfie.
Everybody in your life would have to question.
Would be like, what the
you get phone calls. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
There'd be, hey,
for sure.
Can we talk?
Are you okay,
about what?
Are you all right?
You bleached a rat's head so that it had blonde hair. You're clearly insane.
You gave it a red lip.
Yeah.
Why did you do that?
You can't give a rat a smoky eye.
You can't do that.
They're gray.
That's not cool.
No. Are you putting eye drops in their eyes? That doesn't make it like. I mean,
you made it look beautiful, but still, this is mildly problematic.
You gave it a weave.
You put it in some 2011 Marc Jacobs Couture. Why did you do that?
You don't paint rats' nails.
You sent it down a runway and pretended you were Heidi Klum.
Yeah.
Critiquing his outfit. Why would you do that?
Thing. He's stuck in a trap. You painted his tail in rainbow colors. I get it. You're on board with every community, but holy shit, the thing's on the way.
You told him to work it, girl. And it just is, no, it's too far.
And now you're driving around with it. You took it to Hot Topic.
You got its ear pierced.
Yeah.
I have news for you. I'm leaving my wife for this rat.
Yeah. What do you believe?
Once I did the She's All That makeover.
Yeah.
I realized how hot that rat was, and then I took it to prom.
I bleached his teeth.
He was wearing Crest White strips.
Yeah.
I'm not using bleach. I'm not a fucking monster. I'm not gonna kill it.
How do you even find glasses for a rat?
I mean, I am gonna kill it. I'm gonna, ultimately. Yeah.
And how do you know the glasses are working?
What, did you give it a vision test?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Can you see me now?
One eye. Can you read the top line? What shape does that look like to you?
So now.
Is it better or worse? Better or worse?
Right.
Did you give that rat colored contacts? Its red beady eyes are now a nice shade of blue. How did you do that? They're piercing.
How did you get bangs? Incredible.
Yeah.
The whole time stuck in a trap. You're like, well, I don't know. I cared.
I just wanted it to make it feel, look, I want to, like, my daughter's going to start wearing makeup. I just wanted to make sure that it was okay. Oh, no, that's not right.
It's the same as when I, because I wanted him in the box that I'm going to bury him in to look beautiful.
Exactly.
So I took him open and filled
There's
him
no
with
difference
formaldehyde
between
and
that
then
and
painted him.
Exactly. You doing that? You doll up your loved ones before you put them in the ground. You do the same thing with the rat. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. I don't see what's wrong with it.
Your neighbor looks over the fence and you're painting a rat. No. We're putting him in the ground.
Yeah.
We've got a
He's
ceremony.
dead. He's dead.
But that's not what he looked like in life. Yeah.
This is
what
his
he's
best
gonna look
version
like
of
in
him.
death.
This is his best version of him.
He's got a bow tie on.
This is how I want to remember him. Beautiful.
He's in his best suit. It took me 2 days to make it, so that's why he's a little.
Yeah, exactly. I sewed these buttons myself. I picked the pinstripe fabric.
It takes almost to the end of the show for things to actually get really funny.
We should just do the end of the show.
Exactly.
That's I thought about basketball once. It was like, man, they're really going at it for the last like 3 minutes. The whole game should just be the last 3 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if you got an hour to kind of fuck around.
That's what I was talking about before.
But if you got 3 minutes,
you're
really going to go for it.
Rowing crew, I spent 1,500 meters rowing.
Yeah.
The stands were at the finish line. They didn't even see the process.
Really? And you're not even really trying until that last 500 meters. The race should only be 500 meters.
Yeah, exactly. So then they're just like, are they coming?
Football? No. We have football is like, we got 2 hours of people kind of maybe going, you maybe go down the end. You
cameras.
Mostly the other way. You
30.
kick it back mostly the other way. You kick it back mostly the other way. Oh, maybe one person scores, not that often.
Crew.
Just
last second.
Just give it, just make the whole game 1 quarter.
I can't even see my son.
Or 10 minutes or whatever it is to really fucking kick ass, and then you're done. And that's it. Every sport should just be the 1 period.
Yeah.
Hockey, 1 period. Basketball, 1 quarter? 1 quarter.
Yeah.
Football, 1 quarter. The whole
Hockey,
thing, 10 minutes.
It's mandatory that you beat the shit out of each other.
You got
for at least 2 minutes.
You got 2 minutes, and that's it.
Yeah.
Everybody play super hard for 2 minutes, and then if nobody scores, then we'll come back another time. Yeah. Did you actually hear this? I mean, I know we got to go. I gotta go. But the NFL apparently released a statement saying in this next season, if a team has to miss a game because a player or because of COVID, if a player or any of the sports that have COVID, you lose that game. We're not making that game up. You lose. And then apparently there might be, I didn't read the whole statement, there might be fines attached to that as well. So it's like, we are playing for 18 weeks. We're not adding another week. So if you can't play that game, you lose. And you can't.
I mean, what do you think? I think that kind of makes sense. Because
honestly,
I think it makes sense the players, now too. Yeah, it keeps players in line. Like, because they go out at night and they're, and I get it. They're young guys and they got a lot of money.
Sure.
But that's going to cause the whole team to get COVID potentially. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then they can't get the stadiums full again, all that kind of stuff. There's really a lot of ramifications for not paying attention to it.
Puts pressure on players to get vaccinated too.
Yeah.
Like this all, and I think France is doing the same thing. They're like, you know what? You don't want to get it? That's fine. But you can't participate in society with the rest of us. You can not get a job. You cannot go into restaurants. You cannot do any of the fun shit that we're going to be doing if you don't want to get the shot. Is that
what they said?
Basically, yeah.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. They're like, intense. You want to come and enjoy the rest of polite society with us? Get the shot. Otherwise,
that's a couple of places that we go. It's if you're vaccinated, you're fine. You can come in.
Yeah. Yeah. But now there's no real way to prove it unless you're going to bring your card with you and they're going to check your card every time you go in somewhere, which I gotta be honest, I don't think we're that far away from. I mean, I don't know, because it's like politically, could you ever really do that and make it successful? I don't know. But it does seem like the arguments for people saying they don't want to get it are really starting to dwindle with the resurgence of I guess the increase of this new variant. So it really seems like Yeah, I know. Now what you're doing is you guys are actually now kind of dragging on the rest of society. And so if you don't want to get it, then you don't get to access all the fucking stuff that everybody else can do.
Yeah,
I don't know.
there's people so
Actually, I do know. I'm
it's
fine with that.
yeah,
I'm fine with
but
that. Unless you got like a
yeah,
medical exemption or something like
um,
that. But
but people are
otherwise, if you're just like, well, I choose not to, well, then it's like, well, then you choose not to participate in the rest of society. And for people who think that that's extreme, you can't send a kid to public school if they don't get their vaccinations.
mhm.
You know,
Yeah, yeah, it's polarizing. I mean, I would say without doing any research on it, but I'd say it's probably 50-50 as far
what
as
do you mean 50-50?
people wanting to get it and people being
Oh,
against it.
yeah. No, that's probably where we're at. Well, that's
Yeah.
probably where we're at. Yeah. I feel like I mean, and it's skewed in like there's this woman who wrote a doctor, a nurse in Alabama who wrote an op-ed
Yeah.
about how like it's only like a 30% vaccination rate there, but she's seeing so many people getting it and dying of it in the hospital who again who were right back where we were a year ago, who thought that it was a hoax, who thought that it wasn't real, who thought that it was like a political game and being hyped up by the media so that people wouldn't vote for Donald Trump. And now then they get it and then they're on their way out as of in life and they're like, give me the vaccine. And she's like, I can't, it's too late, it's not going to do anything. And so when those are the stakes, I think you need to, and I know sometimes raising the stakes in a situation, it's best to like de-escalate, so that everybody can have a cool, calm head in most confrontations. But in a situation like this, where it's like, and I don't mean any disrespect, but whatever you're reading, whatever you're listening to, that ain't it, man. If you're following that path of not wanting this or not feeling like you have a larger societal responsibility to get this shot, then we're really going to have to clamp down on it. Otherwise, otherwise it's not going to get better for years. We're going to be living with this for years instead of another year.
The problem is the people that are very anti-vax, they find the thing that talks to their narrative.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. Yeah.
And so
exactly. And there's a lot of misinformation about it. And, and you can find that misinformation. It's so easy to find and so readily available.
We're both vaccinated, by the way. And I don't think we look like we're dying.
No.
I'm totally lethargic and I can't understand a word you're saying, but
you were like that before.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Yeah. That's not the shot.
What'd
shot didn't do that.
What'd you call me?
What? but yeah, so that's, I don't know. And I would hate, do I hate to? Yeah, I would hate to have to encroach on people's freedom of choice in that realm. But again, if you can't like choose if you're making a choice repeatedly that's detrimental to, the health of the people around you, then I don't know.
Well, it's like any other virus. If you're
how good is your choice making ability at that point?
Right. Yeah. So it's like with any other virus. If let's say I had the flu or something like that, I'm obviously not going to, like, you take the day off from work in order to not, and it's
spread it. Yeah.
And if this helps to keep people from getting it, because all these people don't know if they even have it.
Yeah. And I'll say this too,
they can put themselves in a situation where,
God, do you remember like maybe it was 2018, maybe it was 2019, I can't really remember, but there was a measles outbreak because people stopped vaccinating their kids for measles because of thought process out here. And I think people might hear what I'm saying and interpret it as like I'm specifically going after people who voted for Donald Trump, people who are conservative, people who, because it seems like a pretty, like, that Venn diagram is not two circles. It seems like it's one circle. But we do have out in LA, we have and probably another very wealthy Brooklyn, places where you have people who are ultra progressive and ultra liberal. And the term is like, you're crunchy. They're very crunchy. They're very granola. Very like everything has got to be natural. You had a lot of celebrities who were like kind of fighting prior to COVID, you know, who were like getting on board with legislation to try to limit what the government can do as far as, you know, inquiring as to who's been vaccinated or not. And so people stopped vaccinating their kids for measles because they were like, oh, who gets the measles? Nobody gets the measles anymore. Nobody gets that. And then people stopped vaccinating their kids. And then people started getting the fucking measles. We dropped below the herd immunity. And there was specifically 1 year where we were going to go bring our daughter back east. And our doctor was like, you're going to get on an airplane?
Yeah.
You're going to go to New York?
That. Yeah.
He's like, no. You got a 6-month-old baby. This baby's not got her full immunity yet. Like you can't do that.
I had to get a vaccine for whooping cough.
Yes. Yeah. When you travel, you're required to get a bunch of vaccinations and shit. It's like, you know, like people get really up in arms about like, how dare you make me do this? But it's like, you have to do it in so many aspects of life. It's just for whatever reason, it's this one that we've really chosen to like people have really chosen to put their foot down on it and say like, no, this doesn't happen. This never happens. You're like, well, yeah, it actually does happen all the fucking time. If you go into military, you got to get all the fucking vaccines. You got every single one.
Go to Africa, you have to get all the vaccinations.
I went to Rio. I had to get all of the fucking vaccines that like for everything that they might have there because they don't want you bringing shit in and you don't want to get anything when you're there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like, it's sort of beyond me that people are making the choice to not do it when it's like, well, if you don't do it, if so many of you don't do it, it's just going to get so much worse for everybody else. And that's really what it is. The more people that don't get vaccinated, the more chance there is of a mutation that then like bypasses the vaccine. And then we're fucking right back to square one.
Yeah,
exactly. Which we're still fucking in apparently.
Yeah. Well, it's getting worse now.
That's it.
So
I'm off my soapbox. It's
no,
I want to go out and enjoy the fucking world. Get your fucking shot.
Yeah. No, I get it. I'm with you.
I like going out. I like seeing friends. I want to go to dinner.
To break down the show, we want to duct tape people to their chairs. Give them shots while they're duct taped to the chair.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, seriously. Don't shoot people with paintballs.
You're right. It doesn't make it sound
with
like
marbles in them.
I'm just taking away all the fun shit. Fucking will. All right, man. I got to jump.
Again, if this is what we're going for, we nailed it.
Nailed it. All right, buddy. I'll talk to you later. Bye.